Earlier this year, a young entrepreneur in Kawempe division called Zawede woke up to find her mobile money account emptied. Her contacts were inaccessible, and intimate photos stored on her phone had been leaked on a WhatsApp group. All of this because she clicked on a promotional link from a familiar number. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not an isolated case. It's just one of the many examples we came across where user data is exploited, privacy is breached, and lives are disrupted. It happens every day. The reason why we're here is I'm asking you, do you know that Zawede could be you? So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our executive director, our board of governors, our directors, government officials, private sector representatives, management, and staff of the Uganda Communications Commission, members of the press, distinguished guests. I am MacGyver Mugamba, the Manager of Data Protection and Legal Advisory, and I'm deeply honored to welcome you to this timely roundtable discussion on privacy. They say that data is the new gold. But unlike gold, data is extracted not from the ground, but from people, often without their full awareness or consent. In Uganda, we noticed that 79% of internet users express concern about how companies use their personal data. And yet only 12% of organizations happen to be compliant with the Data Protection and Privacy Act. Meanwhile, over 19 billion was lost to cyber fraud in 2022. Much of it linked to identity theft and unauthorized access to personal data. Globally, 84% of customers now say they want more control over how their data is treated. This, ladies and gentlemen, is no longer nice to have. It's a business imperative. This is why your leadership as CEOs, as directors, as stewards of the digital economy matters now more than ever. Rogue actors, overfare as they are called, have evolved. They no longer operate in alleyways. They operate through code, algorithms, and AI systems that profile, manipulate, and monetize every click and transaction. We must ask ourselves today, what kind of digital society are we building? And more urgently, can we guarantee our users' safety, their dignity, and their trust online? Our own information, from the everyday to the deeply personal, is being weaponized against us with military efficiency. Every day, money changes hands, and countless decisions are made on the basis of our likes, our dislikes, our friends, our families, our relationships, our conversations, our wishes, our fears, our hopes, and dreams. These scraps of data, each one harmless enough on its own, are carefully assembled, synthesized, traded, and often sold. Taken to its extreme, this process creates an enduring digital profile and lets people and companies know you better than you actually know yourselves. Your profile is run through platforms that serve up increasingly extreme content, pounding our harmless preferences into hardened convictions. If green, for example, is your favorite color, you may find yourself reading a lot of articles or watching a lot of videos about the threat from people who like orange. The role of UCC and you, we believe that privacy is not a luxury. It's a fundamental human right. we also believe that responsible innovation is actually possible. Take artificial intelligence, for example. It promises personalization, it promises efficiency, but as we've seen, collecting huge amounts of personal profiles is not smart. It's surveillance disguised as a service. We must ensure that AI respects human values, including privacy and dignity. This is not a burden, ladies and gentlemen. It's an opportunity. In fact, 60% of SMEs we've noticed globally collapse within 6 months of a major data breach. Meanwhile, companies that lead on privacy build stronger brands, more loyal customers, and greater investor confidence. So our commitment and call to action, and this is why we have invited you here, is not only to reflect, but to act. We are proposing a 3-part action plan in conjunction with the PDPO for your institutions. A CEO privacy pledge, a voluntary declaration of your organization's commitment to responsible data practice and countrywide community awareness. A readiness assessment. This should be tailored toward diagnosis of your compliance posture with practical guidance. The UCC Data Trust Mark, we shall create a public recognition for institutions in the sector that meet exemplary privacy standards, helping you build trust and a competitive advantage. This workshop is just the beginning. As I wind up, let us build a Uganda where innovation thrives and trust endures, where users don't have to choose between convenience and control, and where privacy is not an afterthought, but a foundational principle. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for choosing to lead with integrity for God and my country. And on that note, I'd like to invite the head legal to come and invite the ED.